Good evening. 3 stories today about people who are not where they were. A politician in a cell in Pakistan. A Ghanaian businessman whose hotel in Liberia surprises a visitor. A Nigerian winger headed maybe to Brighton. Distance changes what we see. Sometimes it hides things, sometimes it reveals them. That is what we are looking at tonight. Brighton and Hove Albion are working on a deal for a Nigerian winger. The Premier League club have made Femi Azeez their top target. He's 25 years old and plays for Nigeria's national team, the Super Eagles. The move depends on what happens with one of their current players. Brighton could lose Amario Cozier-Duberry. If he leaves, they want Azeez to replace him. The transfer would break the club's spending record. Brighton have not yet made an offer, but Azeez is now their priority signing for the position. OwnGoal Nigeria reported this. Yemen's civil war has dragged on for years with no end in sight. A new analysis suggests the United States and Israel may be content to let the fighting continue. Writer Shadi Ibrahim argues that Washington and Tel Aviv are shaping how the conflict unfolds without getting directly involved. They stay in the background. Other countries and groups do the actual fighting. The question is whether this serves American and Israeli interests in the region. The war keeps various factions occupied. It prevents them from focusing elsewhere. Millions of Yemenis have suffered through the violence. The country faces what aid groups call one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. Middle East Eye reported this. A family member has been allowed to visit Pakistan's jailed former Prime Minister. His sister says Imran Khan is alive and his health appears fine. But she claims he is being subjected to what she calls mental torture. Dr. Uzma Khan made the comments after returning from seeing her brother. She confirmed his physical condition looked stable during the visit. Khan has been imprisoned since his removal from office. The former cricket star turned politician remains a significant figure in Pakistani politics, with supporters both inside the country and among the Pakistani diaspora worldwide. The Hindu reported this. The French government has approved emergency funding for towns hit by wildfires in the south of the country. The special budget is worth 12 million euros. Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu made the announcement. He also outlined other support measures for the affected areas. The decision came after residents jeered at officials. Their anger reflected frustration over the damage caused by the recent fires. France 24 reported this. Feeding deer in London's royal parks can be dangerous. Visitors are being warned about the risks involved when they try to get close to the animals. The deer live in several of the capital's historic parks. People often want to photograph them or offer them food, but the park's authority says this creates safety problems. The deer are wild animals and can behave unpredictably when approached by humans. The guidance covers what visitors should and shouldn't do around the deer. It includes advice on how to take photographs safely without getting too close. The warnings apply to anyone visiting the royal parks where deer roam freely. BBC News reported this. The deer in London's royal parks are wild animals. Feeding them puts both visitor and deer at risk. A Ghanaian entrepreneur owns a resort in Liberia, and a Ghanaian content creator has just noticed. A Ghanaian content creator has just discovered something surprising about a hotel where he recently stayed in Liberia. The resort is actually owned by a Ghanaian business mogul. Wode Maya made the discovery and has now publicly celebrated Dr. Paa Kwesi Nduom, the entrepreneur behind the property. Maya is known for creating content across Africa. Nduom has business interests that clearly extend beyond Ghana's borders into neighboring Liberia. Asaase Radio reported this. The race for Johannesburg's top political job is heating up again. Herman Mashaba is making a bid to become mayor of South Africa's largest city. Mashaba has held the position before. Johannesburg is the economic heart of South Africa and home to millions of people. The city faces ongoing challenges with power supply, water infrastructure, and service delivery. Who leads it matters well beyond the city limits. South Africa's economic performance depends heavily on how well Johannesburg functions. AllAfrica reported this. Leeds United are looking to build on a solid season at Elland Road. The club stayed in the Premier League and made it to the semi-finals of the FA Cup last year. Manager Daniel Farke was responsible for both achievements. He now has good reason to expect his team can improve further this season. Our writers have predicted Leeds will finish 12th in the table. That would represent a step forward from their battle against relegation last time around. Farke has established some stability at the club. The question is whether he can push them higher up the league. Guardian Football reported this. An advocacy group is demanding that Parliament take formal action against a member over comments he made to a schoolgirl. A video showing the incident has spread widely online. The Zonta clubs of Ghana want disciplinary proceedings launched against Mohamed Yakubu. He represents Ahafo Ano Southeast constituency. The group says the remarks captured in the video are serious enough to warrant parliamentary sanctions. The video shows Yakubu speaking to a young student, though the specific content of what he said has not been detailed. Zonta clubs have now formally called on Parliament to investigate and discipline. The MP Daily Graphic reported this. Germany's far-right party is keeping its distance from Donald Trump. Alternative for Germany has become wary of aligning itself too closely with the American president and his movement. The party faces a dilemma. Trump's brand of politics has inspired populist movements across Europe. But getting too close to him carries risks for the German party. Alternative for Germany appears to be calculating that the association might do more harm than good at home. Financial Times reported this.